Someone asked me what is behind me when I do my posts from my bookshelf. Come with me. Well, I thought I'd go through my rag shelf, which is the one that you see mostly behind me, and down this end, beginning, is some comics from mid-90s in Adelaide. I did some artwork for a story on that, and I did artwork for this book, a friend of mine doing a discussion about one of the period fencing manuals, and now that won't go back in. And the ones you see most of all are the current book, or the ones I'm talking about. Of course, always have to have a book round. And then my books, so Viola, the old covers and the new covers. And this here was a mask that was used for a photo shoot that I did for the third book. And then Blood Ties, which is spin-off, Department of Curiosities, Aunt Enid 1, 2 and 3, and Red the Garden Gnome, who was 3D printed for me and has been to lots and lots of events. Down this end, that was given to me by my offspring, and of course an original Lucas the Spider. I pre-ordered him, and I found this at an event, and it's a glow-in-the-dark mushrooms to go with Twixters over here. And my short stories, so Sherlock is a Girl's Name is most recent. There's a steampunk one. I did some words for a fun dictionary. We did some excerpts in this one for an event we went to, various local indie authors. There's Speculate, which is a Queensland publisher, does anthologies, and this one has sort of scarier sort of horror compendium of like demons and stuff like that. It's probably the, yeah. Wes Holmes, and Wes Holmes' cover was done for when 2 came out, so Wes Holmes 1 and 2 is where Mrs. Hudson originated. Dead Steam 1 and 2, which is a Canadian one, and Dr. Jack originated in there. This was a book, grade 4, of my very first prize for some poetry, I believe. And hiding up here is an audiobook of poetry that was created for one of the local radio stations, and I have a poem on that. I don't write poems very often. And here is a booklet that was made for the 2016 Adelaide Fringe. A local library put short stories in one of the parks nearby, and I have one in there as well. What I don't have on this shelf is, and I've got to find them because there's some with the D&D stuff from ages ago, is the Australian Realms magazine, D&D magazine that I wrote several articles and did artwork for as well. And down here we're going to have gnomes and more gnomes and more gnomes, some keepsakes, some dice that I bought to do something with Twixmas but didn't do. Another dice which has a real bee inside, responsibly sourced of course, and more gnomes. Dice from Discworld. This is one last time here in Adelaide when I was the first guest of honour. I'm going to be again next year. I've actually made some 3D miniature figurines of some of my characters. They had a sale on standees, so I got little standees. So that's Dr. Jack, that's Viola Stewart, Aunt Enid, and of course Mr. B down there, and Red the Garden Gnome from Twixmas. That is the first in probably which will be a series of going through my bookshelves and doing a bookshelf tour. Let me know if you want more bookshelf tours.